All right, here is the number one advice you're going to get today, and it only is going to be effective if you actually utilize it. And I'm going to also preface this by saying this is advice that I'd like to give myself today as well. Stop procrastinating and stop putting yourself down and finding reasons and ways to compare yourself to others that A, you don't care about, and B, you have no idea what they're going through. I feel like this has been something that I've been struggling or at least working on for very, very long. And truth be told, I just had a great day. I had a great day today. I woke up, I ran 17 miles because I'm training for an ultra marathon. I got to spend time with my little brother. I did a lift with him. Got to spend time with my daughter, my wife. We went out for drinks before this. We met some new people in our area. Everything is great. We got some food waiting upstairs. And I get on Instagram, and immediately the first person I see is this dude. I love following him. He's a great character. And he's like celebrating 1 million on TikTok. And I'm like, I don't put myself on TikTok. Should I be doing that? Maybe I should be doing more. And immediately took away from what just wanted to have a good day, you know? And it's not that I don't. So what I'm going to tell you is you can easily shift. So I recognize that that is something that I struggle with, and that's not also not the type of live the blah, blah, that's not the type of life I want to live. Is comparing to others because it'll never work. You will never be able to compare yourself to happiness. Compare your way to happiness. It won't happen. Comparison is the thief of joy. You've heard that before, but comparison is also a way to keep yourself down and keep yourself from experiencing the pure joy and happiness that you're easily able to experience if you just say, hey, I'm really excited by the person that I am. There's still things that I want to achieve. There's still ambitions that I have, but am no less than exactly the type of person, exactly the character and caliber of person that I have been working my whole life to be. Because you can, and at any moment. And I'm so excited to just go upstairs after this, have a beer with my wife, play with my daughter, hopefully put her down, and hopefully she's not a screaming little crazy person in the bed. But even if she is, she's my daughter, and I love her. The second thing is don't procrastinate. Why? Because procrastination is a fear based tactic. If there's something that you are procrastinating, it's typically something you don't want to do. It's something that's intimidating. You're not sure if it's going to go well or go bad, and you put it off, put it off, put it off. But what you do when you do that is you constantly think about it over and over. I'm procrastinating, and I'm also thinking about, I should be doing this. I should be doing this. I wonder how well it's going to go. I wonder how tough it's going to be. If you do the hard thing first, if you eat the frog first thing in the morning, if you get up early and get your shit done, you're able to avoid all of that discomfort of, I should be doing something else. And take this from someone who literally coaches people for a living. This is what I do, is to help people with their mindset, help people get out of their own way, help people feel better about themselves. That is what I do for work, and I'm pretty damn good at my job. And I only say that to say that I still struggle every single day with a lot of things that I teach. And I used to think that I needed to be perfect at all of this to be able to teach it. But no, I needed to be able to recognize when there's work to be done. I needed to be able to recognize that I'm imperfect to be able to help others. Side note, if you can hear the ring, I have my foot in a foot massager right now. Life is freaking good. It's the little things. And the more that I'm able to recognize that, the more that I realize it's not about helping people be extremely successful, be a partner at their firm or out earn. It's about out enjoying yourself. It's about not earning. It's about experiencing more joy. It's about being more present. And it's a constant question I ask myself. What do I want to be more of? What do I want to be less of? And what do I want to continue bringing? And I think we talked about this in a previous episode, so I won't dig too much into it. But yeah, I just want more joy, more presence. That's it. I always constantly will. And that's a chase I'm happy to be on. I like to compare it to Sisyphus, who is in Greek mythology, is the person who was relegated and punished, banished to the underworld to push a rock up a mountain for eternity. And it was a French philosopher, Albert Camus, something like that. And he said, in order to experience pure happiness in life, one must Imagine Sisyphus with a smile. Ugh. You always say it. And that's a tattoo I really want to get is just Sisyphus pushing a rock up a hill and saying, this is the freaking best. Knowing that he will never get to the mountaintop. I'm also reading a book called The Courage to be Disliked right now. And in that book, it is talking about if you consider life and the experience of life to be a mountaintop, then the vast majority of your life will be en route towards that mountaintop, not at the mountaintop, right? That's the end. At the bottom is the beginning, but most of your life will be en route. And if we can't experience or learn to experience joy in that moment, what are we doing? We live in a time where social media is so prevalent and accessible, and vanity metrics are so accessible. How many likes do you have? How many friends? It started with Facebook. How many friends do you have? How many friends do you have? Can you imagine? I don't want a lot of friends. I do. I want a few close friends. And to be honest, something that I've struggled with most of my life is loneliness. And I think that loneliness can also be called solitude. I like being solitary sometimes, but I also get very lonely a lot of times. And I think there's personal problems in there that I could probably work on, but I think it's also, I just really love being around people, but I also really enjoy in-depth connections. And I'm sharing all of these things because it's lessons that I've learned about myself that have helped me be more calm and more just okay with being me, and learning to say, I'm not done growing, but I would be friends with me. I'm not done achieving, but I would buy myself a beer. I'm not the best that I hope to ever become, but I'd be really proud of myself if I was done here. And you have the opportunity to have that at any point in your life. You just have to choose to. I'm not freaking done, but I'm pretty excited of where things are going and where things are. So stop procrastinating things because you don't want to do it. Like, just do it, Casey, and everybody watching, just do it. Because usually, if not always, a vast majority of times, it's not as difficult, it's not as unpleasant as you think it's going to be. So all you have to do is eat the frog. You just have to do it. All right? I procrastinated this podcast because I had a busy day. I had a busy weekend. I had a lot going on, really. And that's the truth, but I also could have done this. I wanted to be present, and unfortunately, like, I'm just looking at the clock thinking I got 2 more minutes until I make 10 minutes. But I do enjoy these moments. If I didn't procrastinate, maybe I'd enjoy it a little more, but you know what? We're here. We're getting it done. Life is not the chase. It's not a pursuit of happiness. It's the experience of moments in between. Because most of your life will be in between moments. We have few milestones, right? Graduating college, high school, all these things, having your first date, your first kiss, getting married, having a kid, buying a house, all these giant milestones, but most of your life is the in-between moments. The normal Tuesday, the 9 to 5 grind, the in-between day where it's like, yeah, my day was okay. I just got through it. And that's okay. That is okay. And I want you to know that if you're watching this and thinking, I've been struggling with this, it's okay. All you have to do is choose. Choose to be the person that you've been growing towards right now. Instead of waiting and saying, I need to do this before I can be happy. Instead of waiting, I need to achieve this before I can really be proud of myself. Choose to be proud right now. And it's one of the favorite things that I've learned to just say is, you know what, I'm really proud of the character that I have. I'd be friends with me. I'd be stoked to be friends with me. And that doesn't mean that I'm not lonely at sometimes. I'm in a small town, but we just went out and literally saw people next to us. We're like, hey, those people have a kid. Like, let's just talk to them. So Sarah and Matt, hopefully new friends. Maybe, maybe not. but I'm really excited about who I am today. And I'm choosing to be joyous about that. So, a couple lessons today. Hopefully, you're taking some with you, but that's it. That's all I got. Lock and load, baby. Happy Sunday. Don't know when you're listening to this, but another day down. I am turning 26 now. I'm turning 35 on the 26th, which is 11 days from today. I'm planning to run 35 miles because I want to. Not to show myself that I'm capable of it. I think I am, but I just want to. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Um, really proud to be who I am. And I hope you can say the same about yourself.